Hey, what's up, people? Your boy, Fury 617 here. This is a very sad week, man, in Hollywood. I'm, just like you guys, I'm very speechless, man. And all my subscribers, if y'all, be tuning into my channel for a few years now to get to know me, and when it comes down to these type of topics, you people know that I don't like talking about this type of stuff, but I have to do it just to keep you guys informed what's been going on, man. With today's celebrities and all. And y'all can tell the way I'm talking and the sound of my voice. I'm just really upset and really pissed, man, that we losing a lot of good people on this earth, man. And I understand, we all understand, when it's your time, it's your time. Live life to the fullest. Alright, let's get right to it. First off, I want to talk about Chyna, man. WWE superstar diva Chyna passed away at 45 on a Thursday. From what I heard, she died in her sleep. And we don't know if drugs is involved and all that, but I think they doing a full autopsy on her, so just to see what the cause of her death. But it's very sad. She's still, she's young, man, and we all know her from WWE. During the late 90s in the 2000 era, the Attitude Era. She was the first female wrestler that won the Intercontinental Championship. And we know her, from Degeneration-X, which back then, DX was great. WWE was great back then. And Chyna, she brought talent to the ring and all that stuff. And, during the 2000 era, she left WWE. And, she chose the wrong path in her life. She was fighting her own demons. She was doing drugs and all that stuff. And she was looking for, for jobs. And she made a couple of reality shows. And one thing, she made a big mistake. She was doing porn and all that, backdoor to Chyna. And we all cannot forget about that sex tape that her and X-Pac did together. Yeah, man. And also, I was reading this a while back ago. Chyna, she attended this adult expo down in Miami. It's called the Exala, if I'm right. Like I said, it's an adult entertainment expo, and she was a guest down there. And while she was at the event, I heard that she collapsed, and she was rushed to the hospital. That I remember. So I think it was drugs. It was something in her system, man. And the sad thing about it, she bouncing back, getting her life back together. And if I read this right, I think she was trying to do another reality show, or she was writing a book. I could completely forgot, people. Please fill me with the information. And the very disappointed thing about this, which I'm really upset about. Next month in my hometown, she was confirmed to be one of the guests, media guests at the Motor City Comic Con, which I'm planning to attend the next month. And she was supposed to make her appearance down there, but now since she's now gone, I ain't gonna have that opportunity to meet her, man, because like I said, she was one of my favorite WWE divas back in the day, man. Yeah, so sucks, man, that she's gone. And man, the same day I was on my way to work, man. You know, listen to the radio, and then I'm just hearing that, you know, Prince has died. And I was at the point, I just want to turn off my radio, man. Like, man, look, don't play around with me, man. Because I already, you know, going through some feelings about Chyna, and now Prince, you know, the music icon, the legend himself, passed away. And I did not want to believe it, man. And as soon as I got to my job, and I was in the lunchroom waiting for my shift to start, and I just pulled out my phone, going through, you know, different websites. If you got, you know, websites like Yahoo, TMC, and all that stuff, MTV, you know, if they say the same thing, you know it's officially true, man. But Prince, oh, damn. Out of all people, Prince, man. Wow, like, this guy is not only just a music artist, man. This guy, he's a big inspiration, man. He impact a lot of people. Doesn't matter what era, man. When it comes out to his music, you know, his full name is Prince Roger Nelson. When I first heard about Prince, you know, when I was real little, man, at first I was confused with him with Michael Jackson, man, because back, you know, when I was little, I was listening to, you know, mostly Michael Jackson, and like I said, when I first heard about Prince, at first, you know, like I said, I was confused with both of them, yeah, because, you know, back then Prince, you know, he does look like him, and then while I started listening to Prince's music, man, I fell in love with his music, man. This dude put out a lot of great songs. Man, it's a lot to name. You know, Purple Rain, which became a great movie that he starred in. Raspberry Buffet, Little Red Corvette, Kiss, Erotic City. And he also did the Batman motion picture soundtrack in '89. Oh, man. You know, excuse me, people. I'm just trying to put my words together, man, but wow, man. Dude, and yesterday I was running some errands, and, you know, I own Prince's 3-disc, you know, B-sides, you know, greatest hits. And I also have the Batman motion picture soundtrack. And all day I would listen to Prince, man, because like I said, this dude impact people's lives. And also, you know, that's a funny skit that Dave Chappelle did. You know, you know, them little skits, you know, Dave Chappelle did with Charlie Murphy, you know, how he met Prince and all that stuff. You know, that's still one of the funniest skits. But back to the point. This dude touched a lot of lives, man. He put out a whole lot of albums, like every year, every 2 years. Back from the late 70s to now. And this guy played a lot of instruments, from piano, guitar, you name it. And this guy also helped out people, you know, boosting up their careers. You know, like Vanity 6, by the way, rest in peace, Denise Fanny Williams. No, it's Fanny Denise Matthews. My mistake. Yeah, so, she did music and Prince helped her out, building her career up. And you know her from, the movie The Last Dragon, Lee War in Shona. Yeah, she was in that movie. So, yeah, rest in peace to her. Oh, man. The last time I heard about Prince, when he was on a plane, this was a few days ago, they had to make of emergency landings in Illinois because, he was rushed to the hospital because he was having the flu. And that's the last thing I heard about Prince. And when he was rushed to the hospital, he was at one of the shows, I think he was down in Atlanta, and he was telling people that he was alright and all that stuff. And when I first heard about that breaking news when he was rushed to the hospital, like, dude, I hope he was alright, man. Yeah, so some of the mistakes I did in this video, people, I apologize, man, but, I'm still mourning the loss of Chyna and Prince, man. Like I said, we losing a lot of good people on this earth, man. Enjoy life to the fullest. And before I let this video out, just want to say pay my another respects to actress Dolores Roberts. We all know her from throughout TV sitcoms, including Everybody Loves Raymond. She passed away at the age of 90. Prince, man. Like Chyna, Prince, he was also young. He died at the age of 57, which I almost left that out, man. Yeah, that's all I got to say, people. Rest in peace, Dolores Roberts. Rest in peace, WWE Chyna. And rest in peace to the great music icon, the music legend, Prince. Well, at least you're not alone in heaven, man. But we all gonna miss you, man. To all three of them. Next time, your boy Fury 617. Purple rain, purple rain. Purple rain, purple rain.